right, question 1. Which areas of criminal justice decision making do you see as the least and most problematic in terms of implementing the use of actuarial tools? I see potential problems in all areas it is used. For policing, there is racial profiling. For courts and corrections, the fact that individuality is removed, which can be seen as a problem. So by individuality, I mean that the fact that clinical assessments are no longer used, and professionals give their subjective opinions on facts. It's more of, statistical analysis that can be problematic. When speaking of courts, it can be a problem because judges are faced with determinate sentencing for everyone. They can no longer take into account mitigating factors for each individual. Same with an offender's release. A lot are forced to use algorithms to determine whether it is safe to release someone, and not always do the algorithms take individuality into account. For that, meaning like if somebody has been rehabilitated, it's not accounted for. Number 2. Given the attention in recent years to mass incarceration, racial profiling, law enforcement abuses of force against Black Americans, what do you think the future holds? Will we continue on this path with movement more and more toward actuarial decision-making in criminal justice? I think we will. I think actuarial justice is needed. I do, however, think it's got its flaws. There should be more input allowed. It shouldn't just be the statistical methods. It shouldn't be all about mathematics. It should have some kind of human component factor. But I think we'll continue on this path. Number 3, many have suggested the answer to police violence against Black men in America is police and prison abolition and defunding of the police and the criminal justice industrial complex. What are your thoughts? Let's see. I honestly don't know where I stand on defunding the police. I have not done enough research to see how defunding the police would actually affect society. I've only done or read one article about it, and that one article was for it. It showed better police likability and better police conduct and let more safety in the town. But if I remember correctly, it was just a smaller town, so that one article I read is not going to form my opinion on defunding the police, because there's a lot into defunding the police. You're reallocating resources from the police, you're firing a bunch of them. There's a lot to it. So I honestly don't know where I stand there. I'd have to know more, and I can honestly say I don't know enough. I do believe that there needs to be more informed police training. Police training needs to expand and needs to change. I do know that, but that's as far as I can state. Now for abolishing the prisons, I think that's absurd. I think we do need prisons. I, again, just think there needs to be reform in the prison system and in sentencing and the way we treat offenders, and offenders being released back into society. There's just a lot of reform that needs to be done in the criminal justice system, rather than getting rid of certain aspects like the police or prisons. Maybe get rid of just private prisons where it's about revenue rather than people. I do believe in that. So yeah, that answers 1 through 3.